Well, that time has come in my docking career that I'm finally able to do a video on an Easy A Super Kaioken. I love this unit. This unit's so unique. We only ever get to see it once in a random filler episode, and the last time we saw this, it was against Universe 6. So, hey, this is brilliant. This unit came out a long time ago, 2017, not much more after it came out, well, the game itself. So, Super Kaioken. What happened? Well, two key. Actually, to be fair, even though this was pre category, this was still pretty good, right? 2 key 70% for physical types. So we had 4 key 120% attack and a 30% chance to dodge. Now, bear in mind that your only defense came from this plus your hidden potential system. Then, sure, he was powerful possibly back at the time, but that's really it. Fast forward, quite possibly 8 years, and boom, we have. Whoa, okay. So, physical type, sorry, goes to 3 key 100%. Now, that's irrelevant. Even brand new players, you're going to be gifted a free to play LR, which is the DB Saga, and that's going to be far and away better than what you get here. So, this is now totally irrelevant. I don't even know why it's a thing anymore. Okay, well, we have a lot, so we'll go for it. Actually, let's check out base stats. Now, if anyone's been playing for any amount of time, you're going to have this guy. And it's fair to say we're looking at this column here. But 55% comes in with well, again, bear in mind, it was 8 years ago, and this 10,000 attack was actually unheard of. So, granted. Couple of dupes. Well, 69, 79, there's your stats, and then of course there's your rainbow. I'd imagine most people for sure have this by now. Anyway, right, so what are we rocking? 4 key 200% to stats, and on the Easy A we go to 8,000, 69%, 9.5. We do actually just a bit shy of 11,000 on Easy A, which is actually pretty respectable considering the buff. That's actually really good. This is helped out massively. So 4 key 200% and a 50% chance to dodge. Love it. And then it's an int. Wait, randomly changes int to another random type. Okay, so interesting. Picks on ints and turn it to something else. Sure. That. I'll tell you why that is absolute ass, but sure. So 80% or more HP, you get bonus defense. Okay, that's nice. It's gonna come in really, really handy. HP is 80% or less. Physical goes to STR. Right, this is gonna take a bit of time. When attacking with 12 or more key, you get 100% to stats and an additional 50% if your HP is 80% or less. Which kind of compensates for this a little bit. So that's nice. Okay, so if you're under 80% HP, you're going to change physical to STR with either any amount of STR or physical, 2 additional super attacks. Good God, that's actually 2 guaranteed super attacks. That's just 1 STR or physical. Super attack massively raises attack. Oh God, it's still the same. You still sacrifice HP. Dude, couldn't you just make that like 2%? Dude, 5... Okay, well... Okay, think about this. Massively raise attack on this, all of this. And you're going to be getting 2 guaranteed additionals. That's pretty insane. If you get physical, it will help out fill out the heals. So sure. For every STR or physical key sphere obtained, by the way, 40% attack. Oh, that's a lot of attack, and chance to crit 10%. That's actually really good because like this is going to be a strong multiplier. With an AGL, tech, or int, just one of the two, one of the 3, you're a guaranteed guard. Okay. And for every one that you obtain, you get 20% stats, and a chance to dodge 5%. Now, considering the average amount that you gain is between 4 and 6, okay, let's just say 5 then. So that goes to 25% to dodge. That goes to 100% to stats. 100% stats, 100% here. You're going to have bonus defense here, 4 key, 200% stats, 50% chance to dodge. Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. Guards all attacks. You're going to want to team that up with stats or damage reduction, because guarding means jack all when you haven't got the viability. Now bear in mind 200% is nice, but it's 200% off this. Now it's done a lot to take this unit up until, well, something reasonable. But this is essentially the stats of something that came out a couple of years ago, and something a couple of years ago, nearly all of them have been relegated to the sin bin, to the shit bin really, because, well, the shit. So it's more relevant, but it depends. It's really difficult because, like, this, you would need a whole field of key there to get that. You're just going to need it. However, is it worth going for the offensive power here? Because you have an extraordinary amount of attack, right? And then you also have some crit. Now bear in mind, if you get 5 for every one, well, that's 200% attack on what's already a massive increase of 200%, right? And then you're going to get 50% to crit. That's pretty insane. He's going to swing one way or the other, isn't he? That's the problem. He's going to swing one way or another. And bear in mind, here's the thing though. Massively raised attack, brilliant power. You're going to be losing 15% HP. Is it worth having 200% attack, 200% attack, right? And a 50% chance to crit 3 times versus this? Yeesh. Small time events, like, what are we talking? Those intensifying fights, yeah. Easy A's, yeah. Some red zones, like the first few stages of the movie Hero or DB Saga red zone, GT Saga red zone, yeah. Docking events, sure. Super Battle Road, yes. But if we're talking higher end red zones, if we're talking Cell Max, if we're talking Magnificent Shining Battle, whatever the hell it's called, if we're talking Super Easy A, God no. You're going to want to go for the extra stats. Bear in mind, it's not as if you're going to be a wimp. You're going to have guard, guaranteed, if you go this path, with extra stats. And yeah, okay, 25% chance to dodge is not the best, but realistically, this is right. Okay, so these old units that have these things, here's the problem. If you had 100 HP and then you were going to face with 3 attacks, the first attack takes you down by half, and then the second attack takes down the rest. You come back, it would actually only do 49 instead of 50, leaving you with 1 HP, but that third attack would follow. But let's say this unit was targeted twice, so you get 50 out of your 100 HP, you go down to 50. The second attack goes down by only 49, but the next unit, they do their attacks and stuff, you're on 1 HP. So unless they're a healing unit, you're still going to die. The only way this works is it's the literal last attack off a turn. And then if you have any relevant items. Because if you're just popping a damage reduction item, GG. So, basically this needs to be, you survive once within a turn, but you have some health. Think of it as like that boo unit that every time you get taken out with a super attack, you come back, but with some health. It's essentially that. Once within a turn is great, but it's irrelevant. Outside of that, sure. Okay, so it's a funny one. Really powerful, or try and be tanky, and I'm afraid it's a try. But it's all overshadowed by some glaring issues, such as it's an old unit brought into something relevant, and you go for the massive power and you're going to die. So that's interesting. Right, so how would you build this unit? Well, not additional, 100% not additional. Go for crits. You could go for dodge just to max out this or this. So dodge, then crit, but no additional. You do not want to be popping super attacks, period. That's just it. Unless your next unit can cover that up. But seriously, losing 15% HP, that's no joke. Right, okay, so this is all key in attack. 100% key in attack. Look at it. 3, 2, so what? 2, 2, 3 here. So there's a lot. So there's 7 key. What are you getting there? 5, 10. So that's 25. That's 35, 42, 62, and 80. So you're getting 82% attack with what, 7 key? Eesh, that's a lot. Bear in mind this unit has 4 key here, and you're going to get 6 from your lead. He's guaranteed to super attack, bar none. Do you know, I wonder if there'll ever be a mechanic where you gain surplus power based on the amount of overkey that you have, because this unit would be number 1. Yeah, okay, so what are we talking in terms of teams? Any that are useful? Okay, well, Otherworld Warriors stands out. Could be good. I've yet to test him out, right? I've done his easy A, but I've yet to actually test him out. Could be good. Otherworld Warriors. Remember, there is that Fighting Legend event, and it has Otherworld Warriors, and it's very difficult. There has been a plethora of easy A's, so most people with a relevant amount of units get them done, and you're probably pissing now. Turtle School, okay. Accelerated Battle, okay. You'd have to team him up though with other power breaking Gokus, like these blue Gokus would also count. Right, he's the new one that's coming in. You'd have to team him up with, because he's got a lot of key links. So again, like a lot of these fusions with Accelerated Battle will come into play. It's not difficult to make a team, but you could certainly help out a few of the others. In terms of like Kamehameha, Final Trump, Full Power, Pure Saiyans, there are far better candidates for this role, assuming you've got everybody. But other than that, he can help out in a few of these select ones. And, you know, it's not a bad roster. He's going to work well with him. It's going to work well with him. Accelerated Battle will come out for most of these. Just because of the links, you might be able to run Final Trump. So again, it's not as if he doesn't have a place. Problem is, he's just a bit but still, I like the unit, so I'll look forward to using him. That being said, we also have Pikkon. So we'll have a look at his base, and it seems to be quite the same. 2017 once again, so this will go to 100% 3 key, no doubt, and then we'll get a whole bunch. This could be curious here. So what do we get? Yeah, okay, so leader skill fine, 150% to stats, but no key. All enemies, defense minus 50%. So where applicable, if the enemy can have a defense down, not all tough bosses do, that's going to seriously hurt them. An additional attack, 50% chance to super, a little bit of stats, greatly lowers attack. So you're going to apply attack down and defense down off quite an extraordinary amount. 4 turns, you have a 50% chance to dodge. Right, okay. For every super attack, 1 key 20%. Is this within the turn? It's got to be. It wouldn't just build up, would it? Chance to perform a crit and chance to dodge, 10% up to 50 with every super attack performed. Okay, great. What's this? Is this what, forever? Do you just build up 20% forever? Because if you do, great. It's a bit powerful. So it's either per turn, or that is actually it, period. When the target is in defense down or attack down, you basically double your attack. And where applicable, that's just going to auto do. Before you receive an attack, 50% damage reduction. See, that's exactly what this guy should have. Like, this would be a perfect combo. In fact, both of them would be an absolutely stunning combo. But no, Pikkon gets it. Hey, LR Pikkon, perfect partner here. When all allies in the same turn or otherworld or tournament participants doubles your stats, your chance and damage, your crit and damage go up by 20%. Okay, yeah. Okay, and that actually works out well with here. Guaranteed normal, 70% chance to super. You get stats, lowers the attack. Do you know what? That's far better than the Kaioken Goku. Yeah, I feel like if these two went head to head in terms of stats on the TV show, this dude would win. No doubt. There's not really much to pick at, really, on this. Right? The only thing I'd say is this is either broken or it's per turn. But look, like this, that's no joke. Right? But that's going to give you the extra attack. You're going to lower the enemy's attack. That's insane. Your super attack gives you stats. I mean, he's not going to be the most dangerous unit out there. He's not going to be a saviour. But then again, that popped with an item, that's still no joke, is it? And the fact that you can also have a dodge, that's pretty good. Let's have a look. Experienced fighters comes into play quite a lot. Otherworld, prepare for battle, fierce battle, shocking speed. I like the key links. Really, really good. Yeah, the LR Pikkon's going to be his number one. Yeah, because stuff like this with experienced fighters is going to be really good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, again, experienced fighters, fierce battle, prepare for battle, shocking speed, all going to come into play. The new hit, yeah. Okay, so this will be... Actually, what team is he on? It's Battle of Wits, isn't it? And Saviours, that's why he's on here. There's actually not a bad team. You try and put... So Battle of Wits, Worthy Rivals and Otherworld Warriors is probably going to be a brilliant combination, because you can trigger most of these links with here. Now, as Otherworld Warriors, because if you do, you get this double, like a lot of things here. Is it or tournament participant? Yeah, it's or. It's not a massive amount of overlap. Are you Otherworld Warriors? No, you are just Battle of Wits. Tournament participants, arguably you're Otherworld Warriors, aren't you? So there's Otherworld Warriors, but it requires you to have the new LR. Oh, that's difficult, that's really difficult. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a bit difficult. Tournament participants? Are you seriously going to rock them alongside this? Not a chance. Are you going to run Otherworld Warriors and you'll be okay, right? And that's not too bad. Honestly, this guy's actually really good. I feel like he's going to be solid. This guy seems like a fun unit, but I'd have to try him out. Well, anyway, before this video goes on too long, let me know what you think. Is he good or is he bad? Or is this guy, is he bad, is he good? I don't know, you got my opinion. Go read someone else's. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Thank you and toodles.